Hello everyone! Today we'll be taking a look at the Figma number 458DX Noir from Persona 5. This is the deluxe version that includes extra accessories. This is the first figure from the Figma Persona 5 line that I've purchased because Haru is my favorite Persona confidant along with Kawakami in the game, and I really didn't want to miss out on her. There's always the annoying risk that a figure you like will become super overpriced in the future, and I really did not want to overpay for it later on. I already noticed some sites are charging more than the regular price of $80 listed in the Good Smile website. I had been waiting for Haru to be made ever since the announced Joker a long time ago, and it was a long wait because I didn't expect her to be the last of the group to get a figure, but I'm glad she's finally here. Before we move on to the figure, let's take a look at the packaging. This figure comes in a wider window style box like the older Figmas used to have, but this is because it is the deluxe version. The standard version comes in a thinner standard Figma box. On the front of it, it has a big display window that shows off all the contents inside as well as the figure itself, and it has the Figma number and Atlas seal on the bottom corner. On the sides, top, and bottom, it has pictures of the figure, and on the back, it has a bunch of pictures showing her in various poses and all the accessories that she comes with. Moving on to the figure itself, as with most Figmas, the sculpt is as close to the character from the series as you can get, and the paintwork came out looking fantastic. There are almost no blemishes that I can see on my figure. They did a really good job with all the sculpted details such as the seams on her blouse, shorts, and gloves, and the buttons on her corset and belt, as well as the golden parts such as the buckle and ammo. The jewelry on her neck is very clean and the gold outer part doesn't mix with the red center. Her tights are a dark gray color and her shoes are actually dark blue. At first glance they might look the same color as the legs, but it's a subtle difference. Her hat has a stripe similar in color to her pants, and the feather has some light blue highlights that make the sculpt work more noticeable. All her faces came out perfectly clean, and the only gripe I have with them is that they made one of the faceplates a pre-order exclusive. Moving on to the articulation, she has a ball-jointed head with a hinged neck. For the shoulders, she has the drawer joints modern Figmas use. Her arms move forward and back as well as rotate. She has the standard Figma hand joints which allow them to move in almost any direction. Her upper torso rotates and moves up and down. Her lower torso does the same, and her waist is on a ball joint allowing for extra movement. Her legs can move in almost any direction, and her poofy shorts don't hinder the articulation at all. She has thigh swivels on the legs and has the same range of motion as her arms. Her feet move up and down and they have an ankle pivot. Now moving on to her accessories, she comes with an extra head without the hat, a hairpiece without the mask, an axe, a grenade launcher, a faceplate with an expression looking to the side, a faceplate with an angry look, a spare wrist joint, a pair of hands to hold the grenade launcher, a pair of closed fists, a pair of hands to hold her hat, a pair of open hands, a pair of holding hands, a pointing hand, and because this is the deluxe version, she comes with a table, a chair, a teacup, and a plate as well as an extra pair of hands to hold them. She also comes with a Figma stand and an extra peg for it as well as the standard Figma bag to store all the accessories. Her axe is very nicely detailed and has a lot of sculpted details on the silver part as well as throughout the handle. The grenade launcher is a dark metallic gray and looks really cool. It is very detailed even though it's all one solid color. Her tea set actually hides an extra accessory in the form of the tea itself. It can be removed from the cup so it looks empty, and if you're feeling creative, you can put the tea on the plate and use it as if it was jello. The table is all white, but the top is a matte color while the legs are glossy. The chair is mostly white with royal purple cushions, and the back of the chair has a dark purple diamond pattern. The grooves on the seat allow Haru to sit on it without it looking odd due to her shorts. Although I'm pleased with all the accessories she comes with, I still wish they had included a calling card with her since Ryuji and Makoto got one, but it's a minor gripe of mine. This figure stands at about 5.5 inches tall, and for a size comparison, here she is next to a standard Marvel Legends. Here she is next to a Figuarts. Here she is next to a Reveltech. Here she is next to a Bring Art Sky. Here she is next to a Mayfex. Here she is next to a DC Multiverse. And here she is, next to another Figma. Overall, I think this is a great Figma and a great representation of the character. The paint details came out really well, and the articulation is not hindered at all by the design of the outfit as it may look at first glance. This has easily become one of my favorite Figmas in my collection. She is really fun to pose around, and I spend more time than usual taking pictures of her because the accessories and articulation give quite a lot of potential for photography. I just wish I had other members of the Phantom Thieves to do cool group shots and stuff like that. The only negatives I have with this figure are that the base doesn't really stay pegged in very securely, and the slightest bump can knock Haru off of it, and I would have preferred her close-eye smiling expression to have been included with her without it being a pre-order exclusive. I am simply not a fan of that sort of thing. That being said, I really like this figure and I look forward to eventually getting the rest of the Phantom Thieves. Hopefully they make a Kasumi Figma in the future as well, just to have all the characters. So what do you think of this figure? Did you get the regular version instead? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, as I always enjoy reading what others think of the figures that I feature on these videos. And as always, thanks for watching.